Until the moment we met, I had no one to cling to be just everything to be my own true love. If this is a dream, let me keep on dreaming.
It's me again, Mr. New Vegas, reminding you that you're nobody till somebody loves you. And that somebody is me. I love you. If you like news, you're gonna love our next segment. Refugees at Bitter Springs are giving startling accounts of the legate known as Lanius, who is said to be Caesar's top field commander. One refugee told us the legate took over an underperforming squad of troops by beating its commander to death in full.
You're here for the money.
The legate then ordered a tenth of his own force be killed by the other 9/10. And you thought your
Here's all
boss
the caps I've saved up so far.
In other news, merchants are saying that there's been little contact between traders from Nipton in recent days, causing concerns that the isolated town may be in trouble. Well, that's all I have for you. This is Mr. New Vegas wishing you ladylike luck tonight. Have
You got my respect.
ever been in love with a celebrity? Now, come on, you don't have to be shy. I feel it between us two. Sometimes you can't help being mad about the boy.
Mad about the boy. I know it's stupid to be mad about sea of misery and joy. I'm feeling quite insane and young again, and all because I'm mad about the
Welcome back to the Mr. New Vegas show. The show with, in my opinion, which I respect, the best looking audience around. Somebody prove me wrong? And now the news. Merchants are saying that there's been little contact between traders from Nipton in recent days, causing concerns that the isolated town may be in trouble. One more story for you. Caesar's Legion continues to fortify its position in Nelson, where it remains a constant concern for Camp Forlorn Hope and the nearby town of Novak. Those are our stories for this hour. This is Mr. New Vegas signing off. Just kidding. I'm not going anywhere. My love for you is too strong. Got some Dean Martin coming up, talking about the greatest feeling in the world, love. Ain't that a kick in the head? Sure is.
Welcome to Jacobstown, human.
Sure is.
And if you're NCR, see you.
lucky can one guy be? Fella once said, ain't that a kick in the head? The room was completely black. I hugged her and she hugged back. Like the sailor said, quote, ain't that a hole in the
Another human. One was enough.
my head keeps spinning. I go to sleep and keep grinning. If this is just the beginning, my life is gonna be beautiful like sunshine enough to spread. It's
Welcome
just
back.
like the fella said. Tell me quick.
The station's been silent for quite some time. I'll switch over all radio broadcast. Before you go, we've received some disturbing reports from some of the ranger station. The weirdest one has to be the great... I know you've already been out there, but could you do me a solid and...
Once said, ain't that a kick
Thank you.
in the head? Like the sailor said, quote, ain't that a hole in a boat? My head keeps spinning. I go to sleep and keep grinning. If this is just the beginning, my life is gonna be
No sudden move.
beautiful. She's telling me we'll be wet. She's picked out a king-size bed. I couldn't feel any better, or I'd be sick.
Hello, sir.
Tell me quick. Oh, ain't love a kick? Tell me quick. Ain't love a kick in the head?
Howdy, folks. It's Mr. New Vegas, and I have a good feeling about all of you listening. Well, you know what that means, folks. Time for some news. Gamora is under new management after the sudden departure of Omerta bosses
This is a
Nero
military-
and Big Sol. The casino's new manager spoke to reporters.
Before he left, Nero told
There
me him and Big Saul were real tight, see? Said they were gonna go camping up at Lake Mead. Said he'd always wanted to sleep with the lake lurks.
In other news, refugees...
No run-ins with the great Khans, I...
Startling accounts of the legate known as Lanius, who is said to be Caesar's top field commander. One refugee told us the legate took over an underperforming squad of troops by beating its commander to death in full view of everyone.
Welcome back.
The legate then ordered a tenth of his own
I knew it.
Killed by the other night tenants. And you thought your boss was a pain. The preceding segment was sponsored by the Silver Rush. Silver Rush. Feel the rush of a warm laser in your hand. And now, I'd like to play one of my very favorite songs for you.
Heartaches by the number, troubles by the score. Every day you love me less, each day I love you more. Yes, I've got heartaches by the number, a love that I can't win. But the day that I stop counting, that's the day my world will end. Heartache number one was when you left me.
Hey,
I never knew I could hurt this way. And heartache number two was when
I'm assuming you aren't associated with...
you came back
in a...
never meant to say.
However, as I am by...
Yes, I've got heartaches by
Gene...
troubles by the score. Every day you love me less, each day I love you more. Yes, I've got heartaches by the number, a love that I can't win.
Oh, hell.
The day that I stop counting, that's
I've been here since the first push into Vegas. Back in the... These days, I spend most of my time trying to beat a little discipline. Yeah, well, somebody has to wrangle those washouts. Disappointed. We call them the Misfits for a reason. The squad leader's got some promise. Kid named Mag. I'm going to make them shape up if it kills me, though. You're welcome to try. Hell, maybe they'll listen to somebody they don't...
waited for you, knock on the door. I waited, but you must have lost your way. Yes, I've got heartaches by the number, troubles by the score.
Evening.
You love me less each day.
You've managed to become extraordinarily well-liked by the top brass. That seems highly alive. This is an unexpected variable. I had... And how would you Company readiness reports are logged on the computer systems at the resort. If you have... Such an attempt, however, is likely to thwart efforts to motivate the squad to do actual work. Excellent. Squad readiness records can be accessed from 2 terminals at the resort. The main terminal is typically unlocked, but is also in the middle of a major thoroughfare. You'll have to be... The office terminal is locked, but you might have an easier time accessing it.
You got my respect.
You've managed to become a... You actually did it. My friend, I am without doubt a genius, but I'm a...
Back west, you don't see too many of these. Lakes, I mean. We neglected the dams or pumped all the water out a long time ago. Owens, Isabella, the San Luis. Just a lot of mud and dust now. It's a different feeling watching, but if you're here long enough, it starts to seem normal. You must be the courier folks have been talking about. The Mojave has a way of burning decent people up, but it sounds like you've done... I didn't realize you were in such a hurry. I get so used to sitting in this chair and listening to radio reports, sometimes I forget people are getting ready for war out there.
Here are our top stories. A package courier found shot in the head near Good Springs has reportedly
Hold on.
regained consciousness.
If we're gonna have this conversation, don't worry, not much bite left in this old dog.
Also in the headlines, the Black Mountain radio signal is back after a long absence. Listeners say the new programming is, quote, less for outcasts, more for weirdos. You know, I think all news, whether it's good or bad, brings us closer together. Don't you? More classics coming right up for you, so stay tuned.
Blue moon, you saw me standing alone, without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own. Blue moon, you knew just what I was there for. You heard me saying a prayer for.
Sorting and manipulating intel. This job isn't all gunfighting and gulping shots of whiskey.
And then there suddenly appeared before
You have you?
the only one
Misdirection.
will hold.
Misdirection's what saved me all these years. It's what saved us at Hoover Dam. But it's been 5 years now, and Caesar's right across that lake. He's closer now than he ever was before. I was a young man once. It's never gonna end, this fight with Caesar. People back home, the Legion is the worst enemy we've ever faced. But we can't more than anyone cares to count up. But even if we do stop it, I don't see how we're ever... People back home don't listen. They don't care. Senators, Brahmin. It's been so many years that people forget about it. Conscription. And even if we hold this dam, what then? Are we going to send the NCR's men and women to patrol the whole length of the Colorado for hundreds of miles? Creating fear and instability among the troopers without causing harm. It took some people getting killed to realize I'd gone too far. First thing that comes to mind is to turn me in. Even if your heart's in the right place, I reckon it might do a lot more harm. Oliver can't stand that Rangers got credit for victory at Hoover. Whatever I recommend, he does the opposite. I said I wanted us on the ridge. He put them right on the western part of the dam itself. We don't... If the troopers fall back, and they will, the Rangers will advance to cover Oliver's retreat. We lose the dam. Rangers are volunteers. Every man and woman who signs up is... A lot of this is my fault.
How lucky can one guy be? I kissed her and she kissed
I don't know if you're working for Caesar or if desperation's made me a heck of a lot more persuasive. Either way, this is the right thing to do. Now, I trust we're done discussing this.
I hugged her and she hugged back. Like the sailor said, quote, ain't that a hole in the boat? My head keeps spinning. I go to sleep and keep grinning. If this is just the beginning, my life is gonna be beautiful. I've sunshine enough to spread. It's just like the fella said. Tell me quick, ain't love a kick in the head? Like the fella once said, ain't that a kick in the head? Like the sailor said, quote, ain't that a hole in a boat? My head keeps spinning. I go to sleep and keep grinning. If this is just the beginning, my life is gonna be beautiful. She's telling me we'll be wet. She's picked out a king-size bed. I couldn't feel any better, or I'd be sick. Tell me quick, oh, ain't love a kick? Tell me quick, ain't love a kick in the head?
Watch out! Huh. Yeah? Watch out!
Mad about the boy. I know it's stupid to be mad about the boy. I'm so ashamed of it, but must admit the sleepless nights I've had about the boy. On silver screen, he melts my foolish heart in every single scene. Though I'm quite aware that here and there are traces of the past about the boy.
The runners are saying that the NCR is sending in their elite shock troops to try and push back the Legion.
The runners are saying that the NCR is sending in their elite shock troops to try and push back the Legion.
Really shouldn't care. Lord knows I'm not a schoolgirl in the flurry of her birth. Will it ever cloy this odd diversity of misery and joy? I'm feeling quite insane and young again, and all because I'm mad
Carl's been in a shitty mood since that big explosion at the fort.
You're the one making a name for yourself among the troops, aren't you?
My name is Carl. Glorious Caesar has sent me as an emissary in exchange for Great Caesar's promise of all the lands west of New Vegas. I am one of the Frumentari. It is my duty to scout the waste and seize.
You might say I'm somewhere between a scout and an ambassador. Though they have been cruelly oppressed by the NCR, the Khans remain great.
Listeners say the new programming is, quote, less for outcasts, more for weirdos.
Hey.
You know they say that no news is good news, but I think my program would be awfully dull if that were the case. Hey, New Vegas, have you ever said you love
Papa
someone?
says cut off the head and the snake will die. I guess the chairman's days are numbered.
Yeah, but you shouldn't, because it's a sin to tell a lie.
What do you want?
I haven't seen you before. Name's Regis. I'm Papa Khan's advisor and right-hand man. Papa is one of the best leaders the Khans have ever had. He's kept us... Bitter Springs changed him, though. He started to really hate the NCR. Nothing. Forget about it. That's a complicated question. They've done horrible things to our people, to be sure, and I've gladly killed many of their soldiers, but I can't bring myself to hate them the way Papa does. Things would damn sure be better for us if they were in charge than Caesar. I suppose if asked, I would, but that's a moot point, because Papa's in charge now. I really don't like to talk about it. Let's just say it was a tragedy, and the NC...
Come to gawk at the Great Khans, have you? Fuck off.
Be sure it's true when you say I love you, honey. Call.
So the cub enters the wolf's den.
It's a sin to tell a lie.
You want to hear the story of the great Khans? It's a long one, full of honor, glory, and betrayal. In a hurry, are you? Very well, then. The great Khans came east, out of the NCR 14 years ago. We ruled the wastes then, and called no man master. But we underestimated the families of the Strip, and they drove us back to Bitter Springs, where we remained until the NCR arrived and... They allied with Mr. House, the self-proclaimed master of New Vegas. They were better equipped, and we could not stand against them. When the NCR came to the Mojave, we thought they would be easy pickings. We raided their caravans, their towns, their camps. They couldn't stop us. At least that's what we thought. They trapped. When our children, our sick and old, fled through a nearby pass. It's because of that we have sworn to take revenge. You march all the way out to Red Rock Canyon, enter my home, and... Well then, let me educate you. I am the chief of...
One refugee told us the Legate took over an underperforming squad of troops by beating its commander to death in full view of everyone. The Legate then ordered a tenth of his own force be killed by the other 9/10. And you thought your boss was a pain.
Nice robot.
NCR Rangers are being pulled off the front line as part of a campaign to secure existing NCR territory, according to anonymous sources. Boy, the Mojave Wasteland is just a fascinating place, isn't it? You never know what's going to happen next. And now, I'd like to play one of my very favorite songs for you.
What do you want?
new guy. Do? We don't, like, do anything. We make the happy stuff. Nah, man, more like drug supplier. Guess I just had a natural talent for it. When I was a kid, they knew all kinds of kooky, scientistical stuff, so I ate up all the chemistry they could teach. Diane's my girl, man. We've been taking care of each other our whole lives, ever since our folks died. Huh? Look, man, me and Diane, we don't dig on that politic. Sure, Caesar's a drag, but as long as...
Thank you for visiting New Vegas.
Ooh, suddenly I feel all tingly. How sweet of you to notice, sugar. I've been upgraded. You do? What?
The recent disturbance at Gamora has been resolved. Do not be afraid to patronize Gamora.
What do you have to report about the... Well done. They won't be causing any trouble then. Your next assignment is to locate and destroy remnants of the Mojave chapter of the Brotherhood of Steel. The NCR nearly did the job at Helios 1 a few years ago, but there seem to have been survivors, unfortunately. Given the Brotherhood's fanatical views on technology, they can be counted on to oppose my regime. Please. We're talking about a coterie of bulging-eyed fanatics who think all They'll never accept my using an army of robots to defend New Vegas. While it's a fight I can win. Since 2278, I've lost 5 roaming Securitrons near it. I didn't receive any clear video of the incident, but telemetry from the units destroyed indicates it's obvious that the Brotherhood has a base in Hidden Valley or thereabouts. Finding it won't be easy. A few questions, and then you'll handle the Brotherhood. Cannibalism was strictly forbidden in their contract. If some of them broke that stricture, they deserve... What else? Yes, of course. But refraining from those dietary... They've been good to their word. Put together one... From what I hear, I'd want to eat at the Gourmand every night, if I were ambulatory. What else? They're a terrorist group, basically. Militant, quasi-religious fanatics, obsessed with... Not all technology, mind you. You don't see them raiding hospitals to cart away auto docs or armfuls of prosthetic organ. No, they greatly prefer the sort of technology that puts people... Because they're ridiculous. Because they gallivant around the Mojave, or did, until the NCR showed them that ideological purity and shiny power armor don't... The world has no use for emotionally unstable techno-fetishists. Just wipe them out, will you? Goodbye.
Welcome back to the Mr. New Vegas show. The show with, in my opinion, which I respect, the best looking audience around. Somebody prove me wrong? Here are our top stories. Traders from California are being turned away from Mojave Outpost where the NCR is concerned about dangers along Nipton Highway and I-15. One more story for you. Beef prices around the New Vegas Strip have dropped significantly following an agreement between the Ultralux and Brahman Baron Heck Gunderson. These headlines were brought to you by Vault 21. Vault 21. Everything's better when you experience it in a vault. And now, I'd like to play one of my very favorite songs for you.
Yippee-yay, there'll be no wedding bells for today. 'Cause I got spurs that jingle, jangle, jingle. Jingle, jangle. As I go riding merrily along. Jingle, jangle. And they sing, oh, ain't you glad you sing so? Jingle, jangle. And that song ain't so very far from wrong. Jingle, jangle, jingle, jingle, jangle, as I go riding merrily along. Jingle, jangle, they sing, oh, ain't you glad?
Well, howdy, partner. Good to see you.
And that song ain't so very far from wrong.
Hey there. Need
What can I do for you? Another set.
See you, human.
Find anything? Well, I don't know how you've done it. And help yourself.
Look.
You're back. I have several base. I've also got two much more expensive implants. The other implant? That would be the Nemean subdermal armor. It won't make you bulletproof.
Following an agreement between the Ultralux and Brahman Baron Heck Gunderson. Those are our stories for this hour. This is Mr. New Vegas signing off. Just kidding. I'm not going anywhere. My love for you is too strong. Ladies and gentlemen, this next song goes out from me.
You're back. All right. The note. You're back. You're back. All right. I'm afraid you can't.
just everything to be my own true love.
That's not a good idea.
Come out, face your death.
I had no one to cling to be just everything to be my own true love. This is our dream. Let me keep on dreaming.
That's not a good idea.
I had no one to cling to be just everything to be my own true love. This is our dream. Let me keep on dreaming.
What do you think you're doing? I've got you now. That's not a good idea. That's not a good idea.
Until the moment we met, I had no one to cling to be just everything to be my own true love. If this is a dream, let me keep on dreaming.
This little
This little sneak. It's beginning to vex me.
Watch out!
What do you think?
Commencing attack.
This isn't like The Sims.
And we're back. This is Mr. New Vegas, and I feel something magic in the air tonight. And I'm not just talking about the gamma radiation. And now the news. Refugees at Bitter Springs are giving startling accounts of the legate known as Lanius, who is said to be Caesar's top field commander. One refugee told us the legate took over an underperforming squad of troops by beating its commander to death in full view of everyone. The legate then ordered a tenth of his own force be killed by the other 9/10. And you thought your boss was a pig. Also, witnesses report a huge object or creature surfacing like meat. So far, photos of the so-called Lake Meat Monster are grainy and underexposed. Well, that's all I have for you. This is Mr. New Vegas wishing you ladylike luck tonight. Got a song for you now. It's about a guy who's cold on the exterior, but deep down, you know, he's a good man. And his name is Johnny Guitar.
Play the guitar, play it again, my Johnny.
Anyone spot me?
Maybe you're cold, but you're so warm inside.
Where the hell did you go? You're mine.
And we're back. This is Mr. New Vegas, and I feel something magic in the air tonight. And I'm not just talking about the gamma radiation. Whoops, better put on my newsman fedora here. The death toll continues to climb around Camp Forlorn Hope, where Legion raiding parties are still chipping away at the NCR's hold south of the dam. In addition, refugees at Bitter Springs are giving startling accounts of the legate known as Lanius, who is said to be Caesar's top field commander. opinion, which I respect, the best-looking audience around. Somebody prove me wrong? Here are our top stories. Gomorrah is under new management after the sudden departure of Omerta bosses Nero and Big Sol. The casino's new manager spoke to reporters.
Before he left, Nero told me him and Big Sol were real tired, see? Said they were gonna go camping up at Lake Mead. Said he'd always wanted to sleep with the lake lurks.
Also, a big congratulations to a young band of soldiers who shattered NCR records on a combat readiness evaluation at Camp Golf. Go get 'em, guys. You know they say that no news is good news, but I think my program would be awfully dull if that were the case. Yes, Bing Crosby reminding us of those times when you absolutely have to kiss the person you love. Something's gotta give. Up next.
Found the target.
Christmas compilation coming out soon. Nuclear Winter Wonderland. Look for it on holotape. I've got news for you. A big congratulations to a young band of soldiers who shattered NCR records on a combat readiness evaluation at Camp Golf. Go get 'em, guys. In other news, beef prices around the New Vegas Strip have dropped significantly following an agreement between the Ultralux and Brahman Baron Heck Gunderson. You know, I think all news, whether it's good or bad, brings us closer together. Don't you? Got some Dean Martin coming up, talking about the greatest feeling in the world, love. Ain't that a kick in the head? Sure is. Dino, it sure is.
It's only a matter of time.
feel something?
No offense, but you look like you've tried.
I'm not just talking about the gamma radiation.
That's why I asked. My business is boring. Well, welcome then. Well, a bunker, but I'm not there much anymore. I'm usually out here picking... Yeah, I'm not worried. And actually these days, I think they'd rather have me out here anyway. So, I had a run-in with this group calling themselves the Brotherhood of Steel.
In other news, Good Springs suspended off a mob of escaped convicts after organizing an impromptu...
That bad, huh? Guess I'm lucky I got away with my life. I'll make sure and avoid them from now.
See you around.
No news is good news.
Couldn't get enough of talking to me.
Would be awfully dull if that were the case. Hey, New Vegas, have you ever said you love someone?
Still making a new...
Quite true. Sure you have. But you shouldn't, because it's a sin to tell a lie.
Be sure it's true when you say I love.
Welcome, Sir Orman.
To tell a lie. Millions of hearts have been broken just because these words were spoken. I love you, yes I do. I love you. If you break my heart, I'll die. So be sure it's true when you say I love you. It's a sin to tell a lie.
Be sure it's true when you say I love you, honey. 'Cause you got sense enough to know it's a sin to tell a lie. Whole lot of folks' heart is done been broken. Just over a whole lot of foolish words that's been spoken.
I love you, yes I do. I love you. If you break my heart, I'll die. So be sure it's true when you say I love you.
Please obey all weapon laws.
The women of New Vegas ask me a lot if there's a Mrs. New Vegas. Well, of course there is. You're her. And you're still as perfect as the day we met. It's just about time to get you some news.
Have you destroyed the... Single-handedly destroying a Brotherhood of Steel bunker is quite an accomplishment. This welcome news comes just in time. Aaron Kimball, the president of the new California Republic, is going to visit Hoover Dam to boost morale. Apparently, he hasn't considered the effect on the troops' morale of seeing their beloved leader get his brains blown out by a Legion sniper. I need you to make sure that no harm comes to President Kimball. It's fortunate that you've maintained good relations with the NCR. Questions like, I care because he is a known quantity, not the man so much as the political context he inhabits. Kimball rose to prominence as the hero of the Mojave when he led a campaign of reprisals against tribals who dared to attack NCR citizens. Ordering the occupation of Hoover Dam was his first act of office. As water and electricity flowed to NCR cities, his popularity soared. Conversely, his failure to annex the Mojave these 7 years and the immense costs of occupying a foreign land have eroded his popular support. Kimball's entire political career is inextricably bound up with the NCR's occupation of the Mojave. It's his war. If I compel the NCR to retreat, Kimball will be the sacrifice offered to the gods so decent NCR citizens can get on with their lives. In retrospect, the Mojave and Hoover Dam will seem like one man's misadventure. Kimball will be blamed, not me, not New Vegas. Then the hero of the Mojave would become the martyr of Hoover Dam. And when, subsequently, I force the NCR to retreat, they lick their wounds and dream of righteous vengeance against New Vegas. Hello, embargo. Farewell, tourist economy. I've calculated and recalculated these probabilities. Kimball must live. Will you ensure? I need you to make sure that no... Simple. An NCR ranger named Graham is in charge of security arrangements for the visit. Present yourself to him. Let him know you want to help. Given your reputation, it's a near certainty that he'll accept your offer. Don't dally. The precise time of Kimball's visit is a closely guarded secret, but it will happen soon.
If it isn't our favorite VIP.
Folks, it's Mr. New Vegas, and I have a good feeling about all of you listening. Like
nice to meet you. I'm
love our next segment.
Smart man. Whoever our mole is, he's been slippery. Whenever one of the MPs... You want my advice? Start by talking to people with a lot of eyes in the field. Careful with Contreras, though. Keep me apprised of any leads you get. This guy's gotten a lot of my men killed. Later.
Oration complete. Howdy, citizens. How about a yeehaw for law and order in the fine town of Error? Token not found.
Today's headlines were brought to you by Prem. Prem, the other New Vegas. Have you ever been in love with a celebrity? Now come on, you don't have to be shy.
You stick out like a sore thumb or... Now what kind of MP would... I've had soldiers go AWOL.
Mad about the boy.
Maybe break-in isn't the right word. We didn't find signs of... It's probably just a meeting spot for a steamy military base. But it bothers me that they didn't break in. It means they have an access... Sure, if you want to investigate. It's not like there's anything to steal up. If you can find out any more, there's something about this I really don't like.
diversity of misery and joy. I'm feeling quite insane and young again, and all because I'm mad about the
Lupa, this is Frumentarius Picus. Over.
Go ahead, Vicus.
Afternoon patrol enters Fiend territory at 1300. Have them mind that stretch.
10-4, Picus. Fiends will be alerted.
This is
Roger,
Mr.
Lupa.
New Vegas, fanning the flames of your passion.
Charges are set.
Here are our
Detonation
top
will occur as the
stories.
train leaves the station.
Gamora
Over.
is under new management
Couple
after
minutes.
the sudden
Over.
departure of Omerta bosses Nero and Big Sol. The casino's new manager spoke to reporters.
Before he left, Nero told me him and Big Sol were real
10-4.
tight, see? Said they were gonna go camping up at Lake Mead. Said he'd always wanted to sleep with the lake lurks.
Also, the influx of displaced residents to the refugee camp at Bitter Springs has caused a strain on rations there. NCR officials are asking for This program was brought to you by Gamora. Gamora. It'll be our secret. More classics coming right up for you, so stay tuned.
To the town of our Priya rode a stranger one fine day. Hardly spoke to folks around him, didn't have too much to say. No one dared to ask his business, no one dared to make a slip. The stranger there among them had a big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip. It was early in the morning when he rode into the town. He came riding from the south side, slowly looking all around. He's an outlaw, loose and running, came the whisper from each lip. And he's here to do some business with a big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip. In this town there lived an outlaw by the name of Texas Red. Many men had tried to take him, and that many men were dead. He was vicious and a killer, though a youth of 24. And the notches on his pistol.
We're all impressed with the work you've done. It's a key to a little hideaway south of it.
Now the stranger started talking, made it plain to folks around. Was in Arizona,
Curtis? He's been in the NCR long before our conflict with the Legion. I hope you're mistaken, but somehow I don't think so. It'd explain a lot. You've done everything that was asked of you. I'll have Curtis taken into custody. If he lets himself be taken alive, that is.
Wasn't long before the story was relayed to Texas Red. But the outlaw didn't worry, men that tried before were dead. 20 men had tried to take him, 20 men had made a slip. 21 would be the ranger with the big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip. The morning passed so quickly it was time for 20 men had made a slip. 21 would be the ranger with the big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip.
Another kill to my name.
The morning passed so quickly it was time for them to meet. Big iron on his hip. The morning passed so quickly it was time for them to meet.
Had enough?
It was 20 past 11 when they walked out in the street. Big iron on his hip. The morning passed so quickly it was time for them to meet. It was 20 past 11 when they walked out in the street. Folks were watching from the windows, everybody held their breath. They knew this handsome ranger was about to meet his death, about to meet his death. There was 40 feet between them when they stopped to make their play. And the swiftness of the ranger is still talked about today. Texas red is not cleared leather, for a bullet fairly ripped. And the ranger's aim was deadly with the big iron on his hip. Big iron on his hip. It was over in a moment and the folks had gathered round. There before them lay the body of the outlaw on the ground. Oh, he might have went on living, but he made one fatal slip when he tried to match the ranger with the big iron on his hip. Big iron on his hip. Big iron, when he tried to match the ranger with the big iron on his hip. Big iron on his hip.
Is it me, or has the Brotherhood stopped engaging?
So be sure it's true when you say I love you. It's a sin to tell the law.
Be sure it's true when you say I love you.
Colonel Moore survived 4 tours again.